Well, hello everybody, welcome to another video. I know it's been a while, but I came out to fish today and I did not catch anything, which I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I use fishing as an excuse to get out and explore the beautiful lakes and rivers that we have here where I live. So right now I was going back home and I decided to stop by here. There's nobody here today. There's usually people here, but since it's been raining, I guess everybody decided to stay home today. But I wanted to make a video and remind you of something that a lot of people forget, including myself sometimes, and that is that we are every day, every single minute of our life, creating our reality. We are very powerful humans that have been given a beautiful gift of creation, and that gift has been given to us because we are made in the image of our creator, and our creator is a creator. So therefore we are creators as well. And I'm not talking to you here from a religious perspective or point, but from a spiritual perspective. We create, we are creators, and we create our life, we create our reality. And I know that to a lot of people this might sound like a bunch of esoterical baloney or a bunch of lies or whatever you want to label it, but I can speak from personal experience. I've created so many things in my life, and it wasn't until I learned these things that I'm telling you here right now that I began to create consciously, and my life has really drastically changed from what I was creating back then to what I am creating now. And that's why I want to make this video. I want to remind you that you are a creator. You create your life. And how do you create it, you might be wondering, because a lot of people say, yeah, you're a creator, you create your life, and be careful what you wish for, because it might just show up. The way you create your life, or based on my experience and based on what a lot of other people say, is by thinking, by constantly, repetitively thinking about something that you want in your life. And it's good when you do it consciously, because you are aware of what you are bringing into your life by constantly and repetitively thinking of it. But where the danger lies is when you don't know about this. When you don't know that you are constantly creating your life, and you unconsciously attract things into your life. Because believe it or not, every time you say, my life sucks, my life is horrible, I hate this world, the world is a mess, everything is crashing down, I'm never going to be that, I'm never going to get that. When it comes to money, a lot of people usually create negative circumstances in their life when it comes to money, because they have been raised with negative perspective about money. Therefore, they constantly speak bad about it. I've heard people say about money, I don't want money, money is evil, or rich people are a bunch of scammers. And whatever you believe in life, it's what you tend to see and experience. So if you're constantly thinking that money is evil, that the only people who could get money are people who like to scam others, then you more than likely never going to have it. And I talk about money because money is a very important topic. And I know that some people might think that, why does everybody talk about money? Well, money is what in a way moves the world. If you have money, you have freedom. And who doesn't want freedom? So money is a very important topic in this manifestation topics. So be aware of what you choose to entertain in your mind. Be aware of the thoughts that you choose to put out there. Every thought is like a seed that gets planted into your mind. And if you give attention to that thought, eventually it becomes a belief. And once that becomes a belief, you will eventually see that manifested in your reality. So if you want something in your life, regardless of what it could be, believe that you could have it. Believe that you have it already. Jesus himself, and I'm not religious, but I've read the Bible before. I believe that Jesus was a great master that tried to teach us how to be more loving, how to create a reality in this world. But I know there's a quote in the Bible specifically that talks about this. It said, "For whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it, and you shall have it." So he did not say, believe that you will eventually get it. He did not say, think about it, that maybe one day you'll have it. He said, believe that you have received it and you shall have it. When you believe that something is already yours, it is already done. Because in the universe, in this life, I know that they've made us believe that there is time, that life goes in chronological order. But in reality, there's no time. There's only one real moment, and that is the moment of now. Right now is the only moment that exists in this life that you're living right now. So when you think of something as if you already have it, that means that you already have it. And life has no other choice but to put that in front of you. But you really have to think of it and believe that you have it. Fake it until you make it, as they say. But when I say fake it, I mean as in think, close your eyes, imagine it. And that is why visualization is so important when it comes to manifesting. You need to know and be 100% sure that you are already there. You're already there where you want to be. There's so many celebrities and people who have achieved great things in life that have used these techniques to get to where they are right now. If you look up on the internet, celebrities who've used the law of attraction, or celebrities who've used the power of positive thinking, you'll find so many examples out there. But that is what I wanted to remind you in this video today. Learn to create consciously. Don't be an unconscious creator, because for the most part, when you are unconsciously creating, you are only creating negative things for yourself. All those times that you call yourself dumb when you drop something, all those times when you say to yourself, I hate this life. Life is eventually working in order to put out in front of you exactly what it is that you're asking for. And if you really believe that life sucks, if you really believe that this world is it's a crazy world, the world and life will eventually show you exactly what it is that you're asking. So learn to consciously create your life, and imagine the life that you want to live. If you want to be healthier, if you right now are going through something difficult as far as physical illness, imagine yourself pain-free. Imagine yourself being healed and healthy, whatever it is that you might have. And I'm not saying like this is like a miracle way of creating an immediate change in your life. And sometimes it does happen. If you have faith, Jesus used to heal the sick, and not because he had this great power, but because he was vibrating so high. And on top of that, a lot of those people that would seek him were people who had faith that he had the cure to their illness. That's why a lot of them will reach out to him and touch him, and the sole belief that they had that they were going to get healed. And just as such a high vibrational being, they would get healed because they had the faith that was what was going to happen. So similarly to you, if you have faith, if you believe that there's something that you can do to improve whatever life condition that you're going through, and you truly believe that whatever it is that you want will happen, it has no other choice but to happen. The problem with a lot of us, including myself, I'm human, I forget about this, life gets in the way, stress and many other things that we face as we go through this life. We forget about this. We get overcome with doubt. We get overcome with frustration and anxiety and anger. And eventually those low vibrational frequencies either deter or really slow down our manifestation process. So That's why there's so many people out there that say, well, you know, I tried doing these things. I tried meditating. I tried creative visualization. I did my vision board, and I see myself owning and living in that house, and nothing happens. And then they say these things don't work, and rather than help themselves become better creators, they lose faith. And when they try again, they go into it with a doubt that if it didn't work last time, it's probably not going to work this time as well. And eventually they go through this cycle that never ends. They start the process. The universe gets its gears in place, and tries to get to you what you want. But since you're not patient enough, since you have doubt, the universe can never actually give you what you want, because it's like telling someone that has everything you want. Imagine a person over there. That person has everything you want in life, and you tell them, hey, I want that car and I want that house, and then the person turns around and then he goes and looks for those things so he can bring them to you. And then you say, no, never mind, no, that's not gonna work. And then that person is confused, like, do you want it, do you not want it? And eventually the biggest and the highest vibration is the one that wins. And unfortunately, negative vibrations are very powerful, and that is why they're so, in a way, so dangerous, because being full of anger, being full of frustration, being full of doubt, you know, can deter any progress in the creation process. So that is why it's so important to be aware of those negative thoughts, those negative seeds that sometimes try to enter your mind, because you don't want those seeds to turn into full-grown weeds. You know, you want to plant good seeds in your mind. You want to plant that seed of health, that seed of wealth. You want to plant that seed of being a good person and surrounding yourself with good people, with humans who support and love and push each other to do better, to do great things in life. So those are the thoughts that you need to entertain if you want to improve your life. You need to choose thoughts of love, thoughts of wisdom, and thoughts of health, and all those positive thoughts that you can think of. And eventually you'll see how your life will be transformed for the better. So thanks for watching. I hope this video has been useful to you. I am kind of creating this video very impromptu right here. I was driving back home. I saw this beautiful sunset. I think I already made a video here. If you go to other videos in this channel, I made another video here. That was back in the winter, I think. But these are how beautiful the sunsets we experience out here. Man, this world is actually so beautiful. I cannot believe how many times we neglect it. We don't appreciate it. We're always so busy, you know, trying to do things and not really think about the fact that there's all these beautiful things going on around us, this beautiful sunset. You know, everybody's out there so stressed and so rushed and anxious about the future, and worried about the job, and worried about this other thing and that other thing over there, and it's just crazy. But anyways, I can literally talk for hours about this, but I'm gonna cut these videos fairly short. I'm already at 14 minutes on this one, but I will continue to post here. I know I haven't posted in a while, but sometimes I do get busy as well. I know exactly what I'm talking about. But I will try to post more on this channel. I need to practice my speaking skills, so I'm gonna try to do that more. Although I still get shy in front of people, and the reason why I'm doing it all the way over here is because there's like a party of people over there, and I don't want to get closer because I don't want them to see me with this camera. I'm still very camera shy. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.